Hello dear aspirants, welcome to GDC Classes English, especially for the Thunderstorm series. Yes, where you have a thunder-like impact on the concept. Okay, so after completing this session, we are going to have a thunder-like impact on the particular concept that we have discussed. Okay, yes. So till now we have made so many videos. And my dear aspirants, if you have any special requests from your side, please do comment. Okay, so on a specific topic, if you want any video or if you have any concept, if you need any concept, please do comment. Okay, in the comment section. Thereby we will see the comments and thereby we will make a video on that. Okay, thereby we'll do a video on that. So now when it comes to today's session, when it comes to today's thunderstorm series, I'm going to discuss. Okay, I'm going to take a lecture on introduction part, especially when you see the syllabus of pharmacognosy. In the introduction, it comprises of three aspects. One is history of the pharmacognosy, second one is important personalities, and third one is scope as well as systems of Indian systems of medicine. Okay, so in that, especially from the history, it is very important to know who are the important personalities. Okay, who are the important personalities and also what are their titles. Okay, so every scientist, they contributed some knowledge for the development of pharmacognosy. Okay, for the development of science as well as the pharmacognosy. Okay, so but based on their contribution also we have given some titles. So from the titles also we are going to expect the questions from any pharma examination. Okay, so yes, so focusing on that, today I'm going to give a lecture on this particular topic. Yes, so let us start our session. But do not forget to mention if you require any topic, if you need any concept, please do comment. Irrespective of any subject, our team will see the comments and based on that we will do a video. Okay, yes. First and foremostly, scientists. Okay, scientists in the pharmacognosy and their contribution. Scientists in the pharmacognosy and their contribution. There are so many persons are there. Especially, we are going to have a questions on their titles. Who is father of botany? Who is father of pharmacognosy? Okay, and who is father of surgeon? Such type of questions are most expected questions in any examination, so that you should cover the introduction part as well. Okay, let me tell you the scientist name and the contribution, and also we have mentioned the reference images as well. Okay, yes. So Dioscorides, if you are studying pharmacognosy, you should definitely know who is the father of pharmacognosy. Dioscorides is a father of pharmacognosy. You can see Dioscorides is known as the father of pharmacognosy, and he wrote a book called Materia Medica. From the Materia Medica only, the pharmacognosy has evolved. The pharmacognosy has been created. Initially, it is known as Materia Medica. After onward, it is known as Electa Pharmacognostica. Then only it is pronounced, or then only it is converted as a pharmacognosy. And then later on, it is converted into pharmacognosy and phytochemistry. Where the pharmacognosy means to acquire the knowledge of the crude drugs, where phytochemistry means you are studying the or study of the chemicals which are present in the plants. Okay, nothing but chemical concepts. Clear? This is a combination of our subject name, pharmacognosy and phytochemistry, acquiring the knowledge of crude drug as well as the chemicals present in the plant, or nothing but the chemical concept. Okay, but he is a father Dioscorate who wrote a book Materia Medica. From that only our pharmacognosy has been developed. Okay, and yes, he wrote a book Materia Medica. In that, in the 19th century, he covered about 600 plant drugs along with the some animal and mineral products at the time. Okay, at the 19th century, he covered, okay, in that Materia Medica book, he covered 600 medicinal drugs, okay, including plants, animals, and mineral products, which means he covered all the sources. He covered most of the sources of the crude drugs. That's the reason, okay, he done the research on most of the crude drugs, plant source, animal source, and mineral source. That's the reason, okay, at that time, okay, he was considered as a father of pharmacognosy. Do remember, it is very important. Okay, who is father of pharmacognosy? Dioscorides. Okay, D stand for drugs, nothing but crude drugs. Like how you need to remember. Next, okay, yes, Pipers Ebers. Pipers Ebers or Ebers Pipers. Okay, E stand for Egyptian. Okay, do remember, E stand for Egypt, where this is an important scripture or important document of Egypt. Okay, it is an important document belong to the Egypt. Clear? E stand for, okay, E stand for Egypt. Clear? Yes, it is an oldest document containing 700 medicinal herbs and more than 870 formulas. By using 700 medicinal herbs, they have created 870 formulas. 870 formulas, clear? Yes, but do remember only one thing, they'll ask you, okay, so it belongs to which, okay, it belongs to which country, okay, clear? Yes, 𝙂𝙂𝘋𝑖𝑝𝑒𝑟s is belongs to Egypt. E stand for Egypt, okay, clear? Yes, yes, every, okay, we do have 4 to 5 civilizations in, okay, ancient Indus Valley civilization, Mesopotamian civilization, China civilization, okay. So based on that civilizations also, every civilization has their own wealth creating sources and health creating sources, clear? So like how Egypt has its own civilization, in that civilization they have written a book for to maintain a health, that is nothing but a Piper Ebers or Ebers Piper is a Egyptian document which comprises of 700 medicinal plants or 700 medicinal herbs. Based on that, they have created 870 formulas. Okay, yes. Next, C.S. Sedler. Okay, C.S. Sedler. Okay, Sedler says, do remember like that. Okay, Sedler says Analecta pharmacognostica, from that only pharmacognosy word is derived. Okay, Sedler say what he says. He says Analecta pharmacognostica in his research work, which means he is only the first person who says or who coined the term of pharmacognosy, but initially it is termed as a Analecta pharmacognostica. He was a research scholar. Okay, he was a German scientist. In his research, he mentioned and he coined. He says, Sedler says, okay, do remember like that? Sedler is the first person who coined or who says. Sedler say, he says, okay, Analecta pharmacognostica. From that only in the 1855, this word has derived. Yeah. German scientist who coined the term of pharmacognosy in 1815 in his title work, in his title of his research work called Analecta pharmacognostica. Clear? Yes. So he is a C.S. Sedler, and this is a Piper's Ebers in an ancient Egyptian medicine book. Ancient, it is an ancient, okay, Egyptian medicine book. Okay, so we do have such type of books. What are they? Sushruta Samhita, Charaka Samhita. Okay, and yes, China also have their ancient. China also have their own medicament books or own scriptures. Penti Savo. Clear? So like how we are going to discuss them all. Okay, and he is a C.S. Sedler. He is the first person pronounced as a pharmacognosy. Now, so in this particularly, almost all drugs, most of the drugs which are obtained, which are discussed in the pharmacognosy are obtained from the plant sources. Am I right or not? So we'd have a different sources. Study of pharmacognosy is nothing but study of crude drugs. In the crude drugs, most of the drugs are obtained from the plants. So that's the reason we need to discuss who is an important person and who is a person who done a research on plants itself, especially who is father of botany. Who is father of botany? Theophrastus. Theophrastus is known to be the father of botany, because botany is going to be deals with the plants to contains tissues, and T stand for Theophrastus. Do remember like that. Botany is nothing but study of plants. The plants who contain tissues. T stand for Theophrastus. Okay, clear. And also he known for his studies on plant kingdom. Okay, he known for studies on the plant kingdom. Okay, so we know that right. Taxonomical classification, kingdom. Okay, phylum, subphylum, order, superorder, genus, species, family. Okay, family, genus, species. Like how such work was done by the Theophrastus. Okay, T stand for Theophrastus. T stand for tissue and T stand for taxonomy. Clear? Do remember like that, because he done a research on plant kingdom. That means kingdom is it was discussed in taxonomy. So T stand for taxonomy. Okay, he done research on plants. That's the reason T stand for tissues. Like how he become the father of the botany. Clear? So like how we need to remember. Next important personality is nothing but Aristotle or Aristotle Galen. See, that's a beauty within the word and within the alphabet. We need to remember, we need to create our own shortcuts. Thereby only it will be easy. Okay, so here we have taken a first alphabet. T stand for tissue because tissues are present in. We have considered that in plants. Like how Aristotle is known for he's known for and he is a father of zoology. Okay, zoology. In zoology, what we are going to study? Animals. Okay, A stand for animals. Okay, and he becomes the father of zoology. Okay, Aristotle, that A stand for animals. The study of animals is nothing but zoology because he is a father of zoology. Yeah. So within that alphabet we can remember. And yes, okay, and father of natural history, and also he made a kingdom. Okay, so he wrote a animal kingdom. Theophrastus known for his studies on plant kingdom, and Aristotle known for his animal kingdom. A animal kingdom. That's it. Okay, and also he's known for the, okay, he's known to be the father of zoology and as well as the father of natural history. Father of natural history because he done a research on the animal kingdom, how these species, okay, how these animals, okay, and how the, okay, civilization has been started, and how this, okay, Darwin theory came into existence, because the, evaluation of, okay, animals, okay, evaluation of human being, he done a research on that thing. That's the reason he known to be the father of natural history as well. Okay, yes. So Aristotle, he is a for a animal kingdom, father of zoology. He done a research on, and also he wrote on animal kingdom. Okay, yes, I hope you understand. Next one. Okay, Hippocrates. Okay, Hippocrates, he known to be the, okay, he is a one of the important person. Okay, and he developed a system called Unani system. Okay, he developed a system called Unani system. In the Unani system, he is an important person and he is a father of the Unani medicine as well. But, okay, but he also considers a father of medicine. Father of medicine, yes. Okay, so for which purpose we are taking the medicine? H stand for health. Okay, H stand for health. To maintain that health, what we require? We require medicine. That's the reason. H for health. Okay, H for health and H for hypocrite. H for health and H for hypocrite. Why we require health? Why we need? Okay, in order to maintain the health, what we require? Medicine. I hope you understood. Okay, H for hypocrite. H for health. Okay, H for health. To maintain that health, what do we require? We require medicine. Like how we need to remember. Okay, H for hypocrite and H for health. In order to maintain the health, what do we require? Medicine. So that, like how we need to remember, H for hypocrite, H for health, H for health, and for that health, what we require? Medicine is a father of medicine. Because, okay, because, okay, and he done a research on H stand for human beings again. Okay, he done a research, okay, on the anatomy and physiology of human beings. Okay, H for health. For that health, what we require? Medicine. That's the reason he is known to be the father of medicine. And also H for Hippocrates and H for human beings. He done a research. Okay, he done research on the anatomy and physiology of the human beings, and not even the physiology of the human beings. That's the reason you don't be the father of medicine. So based on the shortcuts that I have developed, you should remember, that will be good for you to, okay, answer the question if they are coming from this topic. Now moving to the who are the other personalities. Next, Galen. Okay, so we know that already in the world, first person, okay, first person is first pharmacist. First pharmacist is Galen, is known to be the first pharmacist in this world. First pharmacist, okay, and also he's known to be the first father of experimental physiology. He's known to be the father of experimental physiology because he described the methods of preparation of containing drugs, active consists of the crude drugs, which means he is the person first developed some of the extraction techniques. Okay, and yes, Galen developed some methods to extract the chemical constants from the cellular structures of the plant material. Okay, if we are extracting, the chemical constants from the plant material by using Galen methods, okay, by using Galen methods, that chemicals which are extracted by using this methods, they are known as Galanicals. They are known as Galanicals. Galanicals. Okay, Galanicals means because by using Galen, we are extracting some chemicals. That's the reason they are known as Galanicals. Okay, yes, and yes, the branch dealing with the extraction of the animal and less plant drugs are known as Galanical pharmacy. Okay, so that chemicals which are extracted, na, they are known as Galanicals. Okay, the study of extracting the plant and animal constituents. Okay, by using Galanical methods, that is known as Galanical pharmacy. The branch dealing with the extraction of plant and animal drugs known as Galanical pharmacy. He is the first person who did the extraction. Okay, yes. So Galen is a first pharmacist. Next, Sweden lineage. We know that, okay, if we are having the genus and species name, if we are having a two names based on the genus and species, that will be because of one person Sweden lineage. That's the reason every plant is going to be ends with L. Okay, Because he is a scientist, okay, who introduced the binomial nomenclature Homo sapiens, Solana molanzina, okay, and like a Homo sapiens, Homo erectus. Like how we do have a genus and species name for every living organism, they have the genus name and species name that is given by the Sweda Linnaeus. Okay, that is given by the Sweda Linnaeus. Okay, yes, clear. So we know that already binomial nomenclature was developed by the Swede Linnaeus. That's the reason genus and species are there. Why they have introduced this method? Why they have introduced this nomenclature? Because there are so many species on this earth. Okay, if they doesn't have this binomial nomenclature, it is hard to find out. It's hard to classify every drug which is present on this earth. Okay, so Swede Linnaeus is a important for his binomial nomenclature. And also Bentham and Hooker, do remember, okay, so after that, okay, Bentham and Hooker, hey, they classified two persons, Bentham as well as Hooker, okay, they classified the plant kingdom further. Okay, plant classification was further developed by them initially. Okay, so initially from the Theophrastus, after the Theophrastus by the Swede Linnaeus. Okay, after the Swede Linnaeus, there are again two personalities that came into the, okay, uh, came into the pharmacognosy. Okay, and they have developed the further plant classification. Okay, yes, so Bentham and Hooker. And next, so nothing but do remember Bentham and Hooker did the plant classification. Bentham and Hooker. Okay, yes, uh do remember like that. Okay, B stands for better, H stands for histology. Okay, based on the better histology, they are again further classified the plant kingdom. Do remember like that. Okay, Bentham and Hooker take the first alphabets, better histology classification. Okay, yes, next is Shen Ong. Okay, no need to give any type of shortcuts or any type of tricks, because that word itself, that pronunciation, okay, that vocabulary itself, it can tell you from which language it comes from which system it comes from. Okay, Shen Nong. Okay, it is a Chinese medicine, or he is a person. Okay, Shen Nong is known to be the father of Chinese system of medicine. Shen Nong is known to be the father of Chinese system of medicine, and he wrote a book called Penti Sao. Okay, Penti Sao. In this Penti Sao, okay, in this Penti Sao, it is containing 365 drugs for 365 days. Each day, each herb. In the Pentisao, they have written, okay, Shenong is known to be the father of Chinese system of medicine, and he wrote a book called Pentisao. In this, they included 365 herbs for 365 days. For each day, they have each herb. For every day, they have a specific herb. Yeah, so that's their specialty. Pentisavo, Shenong and Pentisavo. Shenong wrote a book called Pentisavo, and that's nothing but a book or oldest Chinese document. Okay, yes. So next, especially it is about, see, Abos Pipers is an Egyptian book. Okay, Abos Pipers or Pipers Abos is a ancient Egyptian document. Okay, but whereas Penti Savo is an ancient Chinese document. But like how we do have our own scriptures or our own documents regarding our health or ancient medicine are nothing but Charaka Samhita and Shrishta Samhita. Charaka Samhita is a book and Shrishta Samhita is a book. Okay, but whereas Charaka is also was one of the important personality, and also Shrishta also important personality. Okay, they wrote two books. One is a Charaka Samhita, and whereas another one is Shrishta Samhita. Okay, and these two important books are belongs to Ayurveda. From the Ayurveda, by acquiring the knowledge regarding the Ayurveda, they have written these books. Okay, Charaka Samhita. Charaka Samhita arranged the 50 groups of 10 herbs. Okay, by taking the 10 herbs, he was divided into 50 groups, which means anti-diabetics, anti-cancer, like how based on their common properties. Based on their common properties, he divided. Okay, and yes, next. Sushruta Samhita, he is known to be the, okay, Sushruta, SU stand for, okay, what are the alphabet? Two alphabets starts with the surgery. Okay, SU, surgery, Sushruta, surgery. Okay, surgery is also start with the SU. Sushruta name also start with the SU. Like how Sushruta, he is a surgery, father of surgery. He is a first cosmetic surgeon on this earth. At the time only he have performed a rhinoplasty, okay, and he performed the blood transfusion and whatnot, okay, and also he treated the so many ear problems. You can go back to the, okay, Okay, what we can say history, and you can check these references and you can check these proofs. Okay, and yes, he's a first cosmetic surgeon or father of surgery in our India, especially. Yeah. Yes, and also he arranged 760 herbs in 7 distinct sets based on some common properties. Okay, he is known to be the Shrushuta Samhita, and Shrushuta, and he is a Charaka. Yeah, and yes, okay, and now moving to that, Berg. Berg. Berg is an important person. He developed, okay, he published an anatomical atlas for the crude drug. Okay, B is alphabet. Okay, after that, what is the next alphabet? C. C stands for crude drug. Berg, okay, B stand for Berg and C stand for crude drug. Berg published an anatomical atlas for the crude drug. B, then immediately what is the next alphabet? C, crude drugs. Okay, B, C. Berg published an anatomical atlas for, okay, crude drugs. Yeah. Next, greenish and choline. Next one is greenish and choline. Greenish and choline. Okay, so it is also one of the anatomical atlas, but whereas it is for the vegetable drugs, powder vegetable drugs. How can we remember? Most of the vegetables are green in color. Am I not? Most of the vegetables are so that greenish, greenish. Okay, greenish and choline. Okay, these are the two important personalities. They have published the anatomical atlas for the powdered vegetable drugs. All the vegetable drugs are mostly green in color, so they're greenish vegetable. Clear? Yes. Next coming to the Henley Mary. Okay, Henley Mary. He is another important person, but he discovered alcohol. Okay, alcohol is an ideal solvent. Okay, alcohol is a ideal solvent. Do remember? Okay, most of the ideal solvent for extraction is M stand for methanol. Mary, M stand for methanol. Methanol is alcohol, and Mary said that. Okay, and Henley Mary said that. Okay, methanol or alcohol is a ideal solvent extraction. Ideal solvent for extraction. Thereby, you need to remember. Okay, there how you need to remember. Okay, yes, Henley Mary. Me stand for methanol. Methanol is alcohol. So that he said and he proved that alcohol is ideal solvent for the extraction. And also he reported the importance as well. Okay, yes. Next, Edward Batch. Yes, especially we know that. Okay, Edward Batch is a person. He is a person. Edward Batch is a person. Okay. He discovered a batch flower therapy or batch flower remedies. There is a system especially, but that is an alternative system of medicine from the essential oils and from the important elements from the flowers only. Okay, by taking only flower petals or maybe from flowers only, he developed a system. That's the reason it is known as a batch flower remedy, or as Edward Batch. He is a person. He developed a system that is based on the flowers. Okay, Edward Batch discussed the batch flower remedies. Okay, yes. Okay, batch flower remedies by the Edward Batch. You know that already. Gantel and Fawze. Gantel was okay, and he called the term called aromatherapy. Okay, aromatherapy. Okay, and G stand for let me create another good shortcut. Okay, G stand for good. Okay, F stand for flavor. Okay, good flavor. Okay, good flavor is due to aroma or aromatic oils. Okay, or as you can remember. Okay, or as you can remember, F stand for flavorful or F stand for flavonoids or F stand for flavor. Flavor is due to the flavor is also known as aroma. Clear? Yes, aromatherapy is done by the Gantel-Fawze. Okay, Gantel-Fawze. Here, flavonoids are present in or flavors or flavonoids or flavors are present because of the volatile oils. Volatile oils means aromatherapy. Okay, in the aromatherapy, what they will do? They use essential oils. They use essential oils. Okay, in that essential oil, every essential oil has a specific flavor. F stand for Fawze. That is Gantel-Fawze. Clear? Aromatherapy is done by the essential oils. Essential oils contain a specific flavor. The flavor is nothing but the Fawze. Okay, Gantel-Fawze is a person who developed aromatherapy. And next, Stas and Ottos. We know that they are the very important personalities, Stas and Ottos. As per a standard protocol for the S is the standard, O stands for, let me take an example, opium. Okay, opium is alkaloid. S stand for standard extraction method for the alkaloids. Okay, clearly you can see a new extraction process for alkaloids. Stars and Ottos, very important method. That's a basic extraction method for the Extraction method for the alkaloids. If you want to extract alkaloids, definitely you should follow this method, Strass and Otto's method. S stand for, okay, S for standard, okay, standard method for, O stand for opium. Opium is an alkaloid, okay, standard method for the alkaloids, extraction method for the alkaloids. Next, 𝙂𝙂𝙎, okay, 𝙂𝙂𝙎, and he done an important what we can say observation on the plant hybrids. Okay, he done the, okay, 𝙂𝙂𝙎 done a research, or maybe he done his observation on the plant hybrids. Okay, he observed that plant hybrids. Then followed by next one, very important person, very important person, Mahadeva 𝙂𝙎, Mahadev 𝙂𝙎. Because of this person only, every one of you are getting a B Pharm degree. Every one of us having the pharmacy education, because of he is a person. We should remember this person, such great personalities, because he brought the pharmacy education or pharmacy degree to the India. Okay, especially in India, in BHU. Okay, Banaras Hindu University only. First we have this pharmacy education. Okay. Yeah. Yes, we should remember he is a father of Indian pharmacy. Very important. That's the reason he brought the pharma education to India. That's the reason we are considering him as a father of Indian pharmacy. Father of Indian pharmacy education. Okay, and also that's the reason his birthday, March 6, was celebrated as a National Pharmacy Education Day. Okay, clear? From the 2023 onwards, maybe you will have a question from this point as well. Okay, uh, who is father of Indian pharmacy? Okay, what is the date of National Pharmacy Education Day? Because on his birthday, we are celebrating his birthday as a National Pharmacy Education Day, because he brought the pharma education, okay, to India. And lastly, 𝙂𝙂𝙎𝙏. Okay, 𝙂𝙂𝙎𝙏. 𝙂𝙂𝙎𝙏 ends with T. T stands for tissue culture and T stands for totipotency. Okay, so 𝙂𝙂𝙏 is a person. Okay, 𝙂𝙂𝙏 is a person who introduced a term of totipotency. What do you mean by totipotency? Totipotency means total potency or total ability to regenerate into a new plant. Regenerate into a new plant. Clear? And yes, and also he known to be the father of tissue culture. Okay, so if the cell is not having totipotency, it is not able to culture into a new plant. Clear? So that's the reason he is a father of plant tissue culture, and he introduced a term called totipotency. He is a, okay, he is father of plant tissue culture, and he is a 𝙂𝙂𝙎𝙏. Okay, Mahadev Lough's, Strass and Otto's, Edward Batch, and Henry Mary. Yeah. So these are the important personalities from the history of pharmacognosy. But apart from these personalities, apart from these titles, there are some important personalities, there are some important scientists who extracted some important potent as well as important secondary materials, some important drugs from the plant constants. We should remember and we should go through the such scientist names also. Okay, don't worry, we have a good shortcuts, because you know already GDC is good in a smart way of teaching. Okay, so let us go for the important personalities who isolated, okay, some important drugs as well. Okay, yes, these are the drugs or name of the constants, and also these are the scientists who isolated the particular element, and this is the year. Okay, so mostly they won't focus on the year, but maybe there are chance of getting the questions from the scientists as well as the chemical consistency. Okay, let us start with the morphine from opium. Okay, morphine from the opium. Morphine is a narcotic, am I right or not? But it was isolated by the certain clear? Yes, so for that we have created one shortcut. So morphine is a sedative, right? Morphine is a sedative, and it turns off the brain. It turns off the brain. From that, okay, SC certain. Okay, based on the pharmacological action, we have remembered the name. Okay, morphine is a sedative, narcotic, and hypnotic. Okay, and yes, so this sedative turns off the brain. Okay, from that SC and turns. Okay, SC and turn. Turner. Okay, Turner. Okay, it is a sedative. It turns off the brain, so that from that you can remember SC stand for sedative in that first letter, SC, and turn Turner. Okay, if you like it, you can remember. Otherwise, if you have a better shortcut, if you have a better trick, please to comment. We accept all your knowledge, because we are all the pharmacists. Okay, yes. So in the year of 1806, they have isolated. Clear? And next, cinchona from the cinchona bark. Synchronin from the synchronobark. So that based on the pharmacological action we can remember what is the pharmacological action of Syncona. Syncona is an anti-malarial drug. Okay, it can cure the malaria. That's the reason. Go malaria, go malaria. Okay, go maris. From that starting letter go maris. So that based on the pharmacological go malaria, because it can fight with the malaria. That's the reason go malaria. From that go malaria, go maris. Okay, Syncona has a antimalarial property. Go malaria. From that ZOM stand for go maris. Clear? So that's how it remember in the 1811 it was discovered. It was isolated. Next, strychnine and brucin from Naxomica. Strychnine and brucin of Naxomica was discovered or isolated by the Pelletier and Caventou. Pelletier and Caventou. So that we have created strychnine and brucin pellets stored in cave. Strychnine and brucin pellets are stored in a cave. Okay, whereas pellet stands for Pelletier, Caventou. Okay, cave stands for Caventou. I hope you like it, right? So strychnine and brucin pellets. Okay, so they have converted into pellets and they are stored in a cave where the pellets in that pellet stand for Pelletier and Caventou stand for cave. Okay, do remember this funny shortcut and funny maybe a story to remember. Okay, pellets in the cave. Clear? So strychnine and brucin pellets are stored in the cave. Okay, yes, clear. Next, quinine. So quinine also isolated by the Pelletier. That's the reason. Quick pellets for the mosquitoes. Quick pellets for the mosquitoes, which means in this Q stand for quinine, and again pellets means Pelletier. Okay, and because of the pharmacological action, it's anti-malarial. Quick pellets for mosquitoes. Q stand for quinine. Okay, and P Pelletier. Quick pellets for the mosquitoes. Okay, clear? Yes, I hope you like it. Next one is veratramine. Next one is veratramine. Veratramine is a antihypertensive drug. Veratramine is a antihypertensive drug. Clear? But here it is isolated by the Messiner. Okay, M stand for Messiner. My vessel's pressure is down. My vessel's pressure is down. Okay, M stand for Messiner. Okay, V stand for veratrum, and its pharmacological action is antihypertension. Antihypertensive. That's the reason pressure is down by the veratrum. Pressure is down by the veratrum. Okay. M stand for Messiner. My vessel pressure is down. My vessel's pressure is down. M stand for Messiner. Okay. M stand for Messiner. V stand for veratrum. And it is an antihypertensive drug in the year of 1820. I hope you like it. If you have a better mnemonics, please do. Okay. Please do comment them. Okay. Do not forget to comment them. Okay, and next one is nicotine. Okay, so nicotine is an also it is an CNS. Okay, CNS depressant and CNS acting drug. But whereas this was isolated by the Posselt and Reimann. This was isolated by the Posselt and Reimann. Posselt and Reimann. Okay, and yes, for that we have created one shortcut. For that we have created one shortcut. Okay. Okay, so there is nicotine possesses a rapid action. Nicotine possesses a rapid action, whereas possess means posse means posselt, and Raymond means R stand for rapid action. Okay, nicotine possess rapid action. R stand for Raymond and P stand for possess. Possess means posselt. There how we need to remember. Okay, posselt, possess, Raymond, rapid action. Okay, in the year of 1828 it was discovered. 1828 it was discovered. Okay, and next. Pilocarpine was pilocarpine is an it is an imidazole alkaloid. It is imidazole alkaloid. Okay, obtained from the Pilocarpus gaborandi family Rutaceae, but it is mainly for the important ophthalmic preparation to treat the glaucoma. Okay, but here itself it was discovered by the Hardy and Gerard. Hardy and Gerard, again from the same first alphabet we can create a one mnemonic. Okay, pilocarpine is to heal the glaucoma. Pilocarpine is to heal the glaucoma. H stand for Hardy and G stand for Gerard. H stand for in the heel. H stand for Hardy and G stand for Gerard. Glaucoma. G stand for Gerard. Clear? Yes. In the year of 1875. In the year of 1875. Okay. And now again moving to the next one. Ephedrine. Okay. Ephedrine. Ephedrine is a CNS stimulant. Ephedrine is a CNS stimulant. Okay, clear? But it was discovered by Nagai. Okay, there's a one guy called Nagai. There's one guy called 𝙂𝙬𝙎. But here, okay, easy nerve stimulant. Okay, epinephrine is a easy nerve stimulant because it is a CNS stimulant. Okay, yeah, epinephrine is a easy nerve stimulant. In the E stand for epinephrine and N stand for 𝙂𝙬𝙎. Okay, easy nerve stimulant. Epinephrine is a easy nerve stimulant. E stand for easy, N stand for okay, 𝙂𝙬𝙎. Easy nerve stimulant. So epinephrine is a easy nerve stimulant. In the D stand for epinephrine, N stand for 𝙂𝙬𝙎. It is isolated by the 𝙂𝙬𝙎 in the year of 1887. Okay. Next, already we have discussed. You know very well. Okay. Stars and rotters is for the okay. I think you don't need any introduction for this. You don't need any explanation for this because stars and rotters is ultimately a standard procedure for the. And these are the two important scientists who developed a method for the extraction of alkaloids, right? And yes, in the 1852, they have developed. And next is narcotin from the opium. These are all the important alkaloids and some drugs. Okay, but okay, narcotin from opium was isolated by the Dersone. Okay, Dersone. Narcotin from the opium is developed by the isolated by the Dersone, where D stand for okay, narcotin causes delusions. Narcotin causes delusion, where D stand for Dersone. Okay. Okay, narcotin causes delusions, where D stand for delusions. Okay, wait, sorry, where D stand for derosion. Okay, or dersone. Clear? Narcotin causes delusions, where N narcotin and D stand for derosion. Again, in the year of 1803, they have isolated. And next is cocaine. Cocaine is an alkaloid isolated by a Newman. Okay, Newman finds cocaine. Okay, one Newman, there is a Newman who finds the cocaine. Okay, Newman finds cocaine. Newman finds a narcotic drug, that is a cocaine. Newman finds narcotic. Okay, cocaine. N stand for narcotic or N stand for Newman finds cocaine. A Newman finds the cocaine. A Newman finds the cocaine. Clear? Okay, yes. Next, phodophyllotoxin. Okay, phodophyllotoxin. It is an anti-cancer drug. It is an anti-cancer drug. So, phodophyllotoxin cures the cancer, but especially phodophyllotoxin cures the stem cell cancer. Okay, phodophyllotoxin cures stem cell cancer. Okay, cure stem. It cures the stem cell cancer. So that from this we have created cure stem. So, phodophyllotoxin is a cancer drug, especially it is cures the stem cell cancer, like how it cures the stem cell cancer or it cures the stem cell cancer. Clear? So that cures stem cell cancer. In the 1891, it was isolated here by the cures and isolated the phodophyllotoxin. Okay. Lastly, 𝙂𝙎. Okay. Lastly, 𝙂𝙎 developed or isolated by the Hardy and Gallows. Here. And yes, so that we have created hard 𝙂𝙎 is glowing. That hard 𝙂𝙎 is glowing. Hard 𝙂𝙎 is hard and it is glowing. 𝙂𝙎 is hard and it is glowing. Clear? So from that, hard for hardy and G glow. Okay, glowing means gallows, and it was isolated in the year of 1877. That is the shortcuts and mnemonics with the GDC. That's how the preparation of GDC. I hope you like it. But if you have a better mnemonics, okay, we can increase. We have expect. Okay, so we accept. We do agree your new mnemonics if you had. Okay, please comment so that the rest of the aspirants also they know about your potential, they know about your aspects as well. Yeah. Yes. So now it's time to test your test this session. How consciously, okay, how seriously you have listened to this session. I just want to check your well, maybe I just want to check your knowledge on this session. Okay, especially so that I'm going to give you 10 important MCQs so that you need to comment the right answer immediately when I show the question itself before I explain the right answer. Okay, I think you're ready. Okay, you're ready. So now it's time for you to tell me the right answers. Please to comment your answers in the comment box. Okay, so first question itself. Charaka is a physician belong to which system of medicine? So now the question is from the introduction, especially important personality. Charaka, Sushruta. These two personalities are belong to which system? Option A, Ayurveda, B, Unani, C, Siddha, and D, homeopathy. So what is the right answer? Already We know that definitely they belong to the yes, very good. So they belong to the Ayurveda, okay, because Charaka, okay, Srushruta, Dhanavantari, okay, these are all the important personalities of Ayurveda, okay. Whereas Ayur means, okay, uh, from the Ayurveda, Charaka and Shushruta are the important personalities from the Unani, okay. Hippocrates is an important personality from the Siddha. Agastya is an important personality from the homeopathy. Samuel Hahnemann is an important personality. Do remember their personalities. Okay, Samuel Hahnemann. Okay, Hahnemann is an important personality. So these are the important personalities to the that specific systems of medicine. Okay. Yes. Next question. Who was the first pharmacist? Who was the first pharmacist? Option A, Galen, C. A. Sedler, Shrestha, or Aristotle. Who is the first pharmacist? Is it Sedler or is it Shrestha or is it Aristotle? No, is undoubtedly. We know that option A, Galen is known to be the first pharmacist and he's a first pharmacist. Okay, and yes, Sedler, who you know already, Shrestha is the first, you know already, and Aristotle. I don't want to reveal these titles because we are going to have the questions, same questions on these options. Okay, we are going to have the such questions on these options. Okay, very good. Keep going like that. Next, Analecta Pharmacognostica wrote by option A Aristotle, B Theophrastus, C Galen, and C A Sedler. And C A Sedler. Who is that? Analecta Pharmacognostica wrote by Aristotle, Theophrastus, Galen, and C A Sedler. So undoubtedly, he is nothing but a C.S. Sedler. In his work, in his title work, he mentioned the pharmacognosy word. Okay, yes. Next question. Father of natural history, who made the valuable contribution in the United system of medicine? From the points we have discussed only, we are getting this question. And these are all the questions which are given in the previous examinations, of different examinations. Maybe NIPER or maybe a pharmacist examination or maybe DI also. Okay. So we have collected all these questions. They are not coming from only one examination. We have taken the different questions from different examinations. Okay, so who is father of natural history and who made a valuable contribution to the United States of medicine? Okay, William Withering, Aristotle Galen, Hippocrates, and Spidel Linnaeus. What is the right answer? So undoubtedly Aristotle Galen, because okay, he is a father of zoology and father of natural history. I told you before. Okay, and also clear. Yes, next one. In the 1806, who isolated morphine from the opium? Morphine from the opium. Okay, morphine causes. Okay, morphine. Okay, it can. Okay, morphine is a sedative. Am I right? Not sedative and hypnotic and narcotic. Okay, and it turns off your brain. Am I right? Not turns off the brain. Okay, so that you need to tell me the shortcut. Okay, turns and SC. Now tell me the right answer. Okay, Sir Turner. Okay, Sir Turner is a person who isolated the morphine from the opium. Okay, yes. Next question. Yes. So the next question is the anatomical atlas of crude drug was published by. So coming to the point. So alphabet C, crude drug. Okay, so I'm giving you the hint. Already we have discussed the hint. Okay, C, crude drug. What is the before alphabet or for the okay alphabet before the C? Okay, obviously we have discussed the anatomical atlas of crude drug was okay published by the undoubtedly the option A will be right. Berg published the anatomical atlas for the crude drugs. Okay, but whereas anatomical atlas for the vegetable drugs was published by. I gave you a hint. Okay, so greenish. All the vegetables are green in color. Most of the vegetables are green in color. Right? Most of the vegetables, leafy vegetables are green in color. So that's the reason you need to remember that. The anatomical atlas for the powdered vegetable drugs was published by the Greenish and Colon. Okay, and anatomical atlas for the crude drugs published by the Berg. Okay, yes. So the next question. The system of binomial nomenclature was introduced by which of the following scientists? Bentham, Hooker, Sweden, Linnaeus, Greenwich and Cullen and Berg. Who is that? So we knew already, as we're all the okay, as we're all the biology students, as we're all the science students, we know that already. Okay, so the binomial nomenclature was introduced by only one person, undoubtedly option B, Sweden Linnaeus. Sweden Linnaeus. Okay, is a person who introduced a binomial nomenclature. Okay, yes, very good, great going. And next question, which of the following figures is known as the father of botany? Who is the following person is known to be the father of botany? Hippocrates, Theophrastus, Aristotle, and Dioscorides. Okay, botany, it's about the study of plants. Okay, and plants to have a tissue, so that T stand for, okay, Theophrastus is a father of botany. Okay, these are all the questions given in the last year, sorry, not last year, previous year papers. Okay, next, moving to the next question. Who is considered as the father of pharmacognosy? Who is considered the father of pharmacognosy? Yes, first of all, we should know about this question. We should have this question because we are studying the subject called pharmacognosy. We should know who is father of pharmacognosy. Clear? Yes, who is father of pharmacognosy? Hippocrates, Aristotle, or Sedler, or Dioscorides. Okay? Yes. So, coming to the point, so father of pharmacognosy is undoubtedly, he is a Dioscorides. Already we have discussed. Dioscorides is known to the father of pharmacognosy. Okay, because he wrote a book called Materia Medica. From that only pharmacognosy is evolved. We already discussed this point. Last question of this Thunderstorm series. Okay, who is referred to the father of cosmetic surgery? Galen, Sushruta, Shenong, or Swedenlinus? No, Galen is not. Shenong is the father of Chinese medicine. Swedenlinus done the binomial nomenclature. Undoubtedly, the option Sushruta will be the right answer. And yes, this is all for today's Thunderstorm series. I hope you understood. I hope you gain a lot of knowledge regarding the introduction of pharmacognosy. Okay, so we can expect most of the questions like this. Okay, from the introduction and the scope and as well as the history of pharmacognosy. Okay, yes, if you have any other interesting shortcuts or interesting any mnemonics, please do comment, as well as if you have any requests from your side on a specific topics, please do not forget to mention in the comment box, and also do not forget to share, subscribe, and okay, to your friends. Thank you. Have a great day. Jai Hind.